check.
Bronco Pride!
Hi everybody, and welcome on to the Bronco Sports Network. We are live for the annual Cross Country Championship preview show as the Bronco men and women get ready to head to Salem, Virginia in just a couple of days for the CIAA Championship meet and defend their crowns. The women this year going for a 7th straight CIAA title. The men trying to cement a dynasty with their 3rd straight. And we're going to chat with some of the runners today along with the legendary head coach Inez Turner. I'm your host, Andrew Chapman. We'll talk to a couple of runners from the men's and the women's side. Is a big meet upcoming in a couple of days, and we'll send our Broncos off the right way here on the Bronco Sports Network. We do appreciate you joining us on all FSU Broncos social media. You can find us streaming live on FSUBroncos.com, also the Bronco Facebook here today, and we'll be with you for the next 10-15 minutes or so talking Bronco cross country. So first, of course, we'll start with Inez Turner. Coach, hello, the 25-time CIAA Coach of the Year, a former Jamaican Olympian as well. Coach Turner, so here we are, another 48 hours, and your group will be racing amongst the rest of the CIAA cross-country programs to try and defend their titles. This has always got to be an exciting time of year for this group.
Absolutely. Just so fortunate to, placed over these youngsters. I couldn't feel any better when it comes on to any other group. Mm-hmm. This group right here gets me up in the morning at 4:30. Okay, and every time they come, they make my day. They are ready, and I am excited, definitely, to go get another 2 in, and just overall, just happy about this group right here. Just with their work ethics, their determination, the atmosphere in practice definitely brings us here 2 days away from the championship. Yeah,
rise and grind. That is the name of the game when it comes to Bronco cross country. The phone alarm goes off before the sun rises in this sport, Coach. And for those that are trying to just catch up to speed with Bronco cross country ahead of this championship meet on Thursday, obviously you guys kind of leave Fayetteville when you go compete, so the students don't always get to see you in action. But from start to finish, how would you say this season has gone and this group has developed as the year's gone on?
Absolutely amazing. One of the best season, if not the best season so far. Seeing maybe almost everyone from this group, most of this group, get some PRs during the season. We definitely took it a step further this year, where we went to some big caliber meets, and definitely it pays off, because again, what we don't want them to do is to feel clustered, thinking that it's just the CIAA. They also went over to run with D1s and other bigger groups, and they did extremely well, and they are definitely one of the plan that helps them to be ready for the next 2 days.
We're with you live on the Bronco Sports Network, the Cross Country Championship kickoff show. If you're just jumping in with us, we're chatting with the head coach, Inez Turner, and let's turn to a couple of our runners as well. We will start with the women's team and Nia Gibson, who's been a regular on this show going back to your freshman year, Nia, when you were experiencing your first CIAA championship meet. Now it's your 3rd. You have a ring for both seasons, and now the women go for their 7th in a row. How would you say your preparation for this meet has changed over the last couple of years, and just the confidence you have going into your 3rd now compared to when you first started?
Well, I'm definitely very blessed to have made it this far. Like, going into my junior year, it's definitely been an amazing process. And then as a track and field and cross country runner, I pretty much average about 3 championships a year. So my mentality going into this race on Thursday is pretty good. I know the course, I know the competitors, and I know exactly what to expect. So I just hope that everybody here can go out and give their best on Thursday.
Yeah, you only have 10 fingers, so eventually you're going to run out of spots to put the jewelry. But we also have sophomore Ashley Bell right here to your left, Nia. And Ashley, there was a couple of moments that stand out this year for the women's team. A couple of first place finishes at the Cross Country Invitational at Pfeiffer University, HBCU Challenge in Cary, where the women placed first as well just recently on October 4th. When you think back to the season as it's been so far, though, can you think of a a meet where you feel the women really excelled, performed your best, and what led to that success?
I honestly believe that it was the carry course. The carry course was extremely hard, extremely hard, and it showed that everybody else had grit and heart, and it pushed the entire course. No one stopped; they kept continuing until they finished at the end. And it also showed a glimpse of where we're going to be at championship.
Yeah, it was really a standout weekend for the Bronco women. One of 2 first-place finishes this year. And Coach, I have to ask you about a chance at a 7th straight title for this women's program. This dates back to 2017, year after year. So you're talking freshmen who stay at the university all the way through seniors, then a whole other class that's able to come in and sustain this tradition. How has this women's program been able to do it over the last 6 years, and what does it take to get a 7th this year?
Definitely, it's the athletes, but moreover, it's who is over those athletes. And truly, one of my the biggie that I bring with me many a times is back to my high school in Jamaica, where we won. While I was on that team, we won 13 straight in a row. And I used to ask myself, wow, what is the difference? I know there were some great coaches, and I prayed that, if God should ever put me in a position like that, I would love to be, so I mimicked my coaches then. And so, again, keep on getting great athletes and just instilling them what it means to be a champion in and off the track. And definitely when it comes on to discipline, they listen. They listen. And I love that, because that definitely helps me to know that they're just like myself, they have the championship mindset.
Absolutely. Let's talk to a champion who's sitting behind you right over here as we pivot over to the men's side of the cross-country program. It's Derek Kipchumba. Derek, welcome onto the show. You're a 2-time CIAA champion, and you're part of the men's program who won it for the first time a couple of years ago. Now you're going for your 3rd championship in 3 years. What's led to the success of the men's program recently in these last couple of years, and what sort of competition are you expecting this coming Thursday in the CIAA, knowing that you guys are now the front runners after 2 years, and the rest of the schools are competing to try and take you down?
So first and foremost, I just want to thank Coach Turner, because she's not only our leader, she's like a parent to us. Most of us, we come from foreign countries, and we don't get that experience of having a parent around, and the fact that she's there for us, that's pretty cool. So for me, I think for us it's about teamwork, just working together, realizing one of our teammates is improving and pushing each other together, and working towards the goal. And what I expect is competition, but I feel like we're way better, we're way ahead, and confidence in this team is super high, and I believe we're gonna go there and win our championship, a treble for us, and the 7th time for all the women.
Yeah, so maybe 2 years ago you were saying, I hope we can win a championship. Now you say, I know we can win a championship, right? That's just changed over the last couple of years. Abel Mengeach is right there to your left, and Abel, welcome on to the show. I'll ask you a similar question that I asked Ashley. When you look back at the season so far for the men's side of things, is there a specific meet or a weekend where you thought your group really competed well and performed it at your best?
Honestly, I'll say all the meets have been the best, because we've had a chance to see kind of where you are at. After every minute, you get to measure your output and see your hard work. So for a specific meet, I'll say the past weekend meet, which was in Charlotte.
In Charlotte.
Because everyone posted a high time. So that was the best meet, because you got to see your hard work pay off at the end of the season. We are kind of close to the end of the season. So once you see you're posting a high time like that you never posted before, it kind of makes you see that you are ready for the championship.
Yeah, Coach, that meet you just had in Charlotte, can you describe some of the opponents and the competition you guys faced, and how that you think prepares the group going into Salem on Thursday?
Absolutely. Knowing that it was, we put them, it was a blue and gold competition. I choose to put them in the GOAT competition with where the fire is. Again, they're more than just, average runners, and so I want them to get to the point where they run with the top level athletes, and they sure did. And as Abel said, that was their best performance for the season so far, where we see some PRs and some, just some great times, and help me to kind of sit back and think, wow, they're ready.
Absolutely, going into Salem on Thursday. Like we mentioned, we're not going to be able to get to every single runner today. We are so glad that a few of them volunteered today to talk about the upcoming championship. But some of the other runners that you see on your screen, I guarantee maybe a championship show in the future. We'll make sure we get them mic'd up to talk some Bronco cross country. Some of the runners here, freshmen, sophomores as well, Coach. I had to ask the question, when you bring that next generation of Bronco runners into this program that have helped you sustain the success over the last couple of years, and 7 years going back to the women's program, what qualities do you look for in some of those Bronco recruits, and the quality of character you want to bring into this program?
The first and foremost quality that I look for is if that student athlete is coachable. And you cannot tell everything when it comes down to that, but first of all, also, are they going to be willing to go to class and do the work? Because first and foremost, away from the I'm going to be honest, I'm not just going to show off like that, but training and coaching is what we are very confident about when it comes on to myself and my coaching staff. We look at the athletes to make sure that they're ready for their schoolwork, because after this, they're going to need their brain, and so we make sure that they graduate. Are they coachable of making sure that they go into class? And secondarily, are they going to come to practice? Because no matter what, I just do not go out there and get the best of the best athlete. As you can tell, Miss Ashley Bell back there, she was a walk-on on the program and rose to be maybe right at top 5 on the program. And so look at athletes who is willing to take it from scratch, knowing that they can be on top of the ladder after FSU.
All right, here's a question for the whole room. Raise your hand if you had to rush here to this show out of class. Who was rushing across campus to get you? Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's good. All right, everybody was on schedule, though. We made it. We're live. We made it on time. We're glad to have you with us on the Bronco Sports Network. Before we go, Coach, I'll just pose one more quick thought your way, or question. If you had to, give your shortened version of your pep talk that the team will hear ahead of the run on Thursday, what is it? If you had to kind of give a message to the team before trying to take home the title.
Sure, ladies and gentlemen, all those early morning workouts, the early morning getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. You are ready. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's a big heart thing, baby.
That's a big heart thing. Okay, all right, that's the slogan. I love it. I love it. Well, make sure you follow along with the cross-country championships upcoming again Thursday, midweek, 9 a.m. The Broncos will be up in Salem, Virginia. Some of our Bronco Sports Network social media crew will be up in Salem for the coverage as well, so make sure you tune in to all Bronco social media channels for the latest updates, as again the women try and bring home a 7th straight CIAA title, continue their legacy, and the men try and cement their destiny with a 3rd straight up in Salem on Thursday. We appreciate you so much for tuning in live here on the Bronco Sports Network on this Tuesday afternoon. Good luck, Bronco men and women. Guys, you've worked hard to get to this point, and now it's time to go try and grab a championship, and we'll be rooting for you from right here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Thanks again so much for tuning in, everybody. We will talk to you next time on the Bronco Sports Network. That'll do it for our Bronco Cross Country Championship show. See you later. Thanks again for tuning in.